Check this out. This is a 2024 PHEV CX-90 Skyactiv PHEV. So look at that. Look at all that room in there. So this has a issue with the hybrid system, and we are going to diagnose it, try and figure out what the heck is going on. It has a big message on the display screen, hybrid malfunction. So let's get into this and find out what's going on. I don't think we've had one of these on the channel. Matter of fact, I know that we haven't had one of these plug-in hybrid with any kind of issues. We haven't had any kind of hybrid issues for Mazda on this channel yet. So let's check it out. Let's see what codes are in it, and let's go from there. Oh no. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the codes up right here, and I got, let's see, circuit voltage above threshold. What is that? Battery voltage above threshold. Okay, this is passed, this is passed. Control module A, ground A, general electric failure. This code right here is current. Battery state of charge low, forced limited power. And then we got invalid data received from battery management control module A. So let's look up these codes and see what they are. This one right here, P143B, that's the one that we're going to look at and see what's going on with this. Okay, here we are in MGSS, and I looked up this code, P143B. And it is for backup power supply, lead acid battery, sub power supply, low input. Following conditions, when the main power is switched on, ready, off, or on, the backup power unit measures the voltage applied to the lead acid battery sub to the discharge circuit inside the backup power unit. The PCM receives the above measurement results from the backup power supply unit and updates the voltage. The updated voltage is lower than the standard. So what, low battery, I guess? There's no fail-safe, no specific output, even though the thing said that it would limit power. I don't know. So what do we need to do? First thing, we need to check the repeatability verification procedure. So we need to clear the DTCs that have been recorded. We need to switch the main power on, ready, off, or on. So we'll just turn the key on and wait 10 seconds. Switch the main power off and wait for 20 seconds. So turn the key off, wait 20 seconds. Then repeat steps 1 and 2, operation above 5 times. So we do it once and then repeat it 5 times. So that's 6 times all together. We're gonna do this. Clear the codes, turn the key on for 10 seconds, turn it off for 20 seconds, turn it on for 10 seconds, turn it off for 20 seconds, turn it on for, you got the picture. And then we'll move on from there and see what we need to do after that. Yeah, let's just do that and see what happens. All right, I am going to turn the key on, and I'm going to clear the code. If this code comes right back, then you know, ain't no sense of doing that repeatability thing, because you know, obviously, you know, the code comes back. This camera's so low. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and clear the code, sweep it under the carpet. You've seen this, you know, 100 times already. So we'll wait and see if it clears or not. And it has cleared. Recheck it and see what comes back. So right now there is no malfunction on the dashboard. Come on, what's taking so long? So I got no codes. So I got no codes at all. Got green lights across the board. I don't have any malfunction or anything on the dash. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And then we are gonna do this procedure, clear the code. Yeah, we did that. Main power on, 10 seconds. Main power off for 20 seconds, and repeat that another 5 times. So 6 times all together. So let me get out my stopwatch and we'll do that. Okay, so here we go. I got my stopwatch here. So 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 6 times. Okay, on, start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the picture. I'm sure you don't want to sit through all this. 20, on. That's 1. 8, 9, 10, off. Gotta wait 20 seconds. That's 10 seconds. Okay, I messed it up. I messed it up. I was doing it. I wasn't paying attention to the dashboard, and apparently when I hit the button twice to turn it on, I didn't turn it on. It was like an accessory mode rather than on mode. Doesn't matter. So look at that right there. Hopefully you can see that. Hybrid system malfunction. Have the vehicle inspected. So it came back anyway. So let's check the codes. Okay, so here we are again. We got green lights across the board. We're going to recheck the codes. And I'm sure it probably has the same code set, because it does say hybrid system malfunction. Come on. This sure does take a while. That MDAR system takes a while. Okay, now there's the code. In the PCM, there's that one code, that one current code, P143B. So now we need to move on and see what do we need to do next. All right, here we are back in the MDAR system, that same code. We've done the repeatability verification procedure. Proceed with the inspection action in order from step 1 below. After part repair or replace, perform the repeatability verification procedure and perform a DTC inspection. If the same DTC is displayed again as a result of the DTC inspection, go to the next step. The next step is inspect the lead acid battery sub. So lead acid battery sub inspection. Let's do this. Where are we going? What's it doing? Lead acid battery inspection. Sub. Does everybody know where this sub battery is? Remove the lead acid battery sub. Lead acid battery sub removal. Charge the lead acid battery sub and inspect for voltage decrease during load with the diagnostic tester. Okay. Backup current. Okay, this is for checking for a draw in the system from the sub battery, but we don't need to do that. We just need to do this inspection. So we need to removal and installation of the sub battery. So what are we looking at here? Remove the cover, passenger side. Why? And this is how you remove the cover. Twist those little things, pull the thing off. We've done it 100 times. Verifies the charge cable is not connected. Yeah, it doesn't have a charge cable. We're not plugged in. It's a plug-in hybrid, but we're not plugged in. Keep the driver's door open. Keep the hood open. Wow, I can't disconnect the battery if the hood's not open. Keep the main power switched on ready for 3 seconds or more. Okay. Switch the main power off and start measuring time since the main power was switched off using a stopwatch. Switch the main power off and wait for 5 minutes. Okay, so we need to turn the power off and wait for 5 minutes. Then we need to disconnect the current sensor connector. So we're gonna have to pull of course we need to pull the cowl panel. Disconnect the lead acid battery terminal within 25 minutes from switching the main power off. So main power off, wait 5 minutes, right? Wait 5 minutes. Disconnect the lead acid terminal. So disconnect the negative battery terminal. Then remove the passenger side front scuff plate. Okay, well they're showing the driver's side, but you know, I guess it's passenger side if you live in the UK. Front scuff plate, this is how it comes off. We've removed those many times. Remove the front side trim. Okay, and this is how you pull it off. That's no big deal. Remove the driver's side sidewall. Why? Okay, there's the sidewall. We'll remove that. Remove the front support. So there's a support in the passenger side footwell. So it looks like we got a couple of fasteners. Remove fasteners, remove foot support. Okay, partially peel back the front covering, basically the carpet, so the fasteners can be removed. Okay, they're saying the same thing again. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts or screws or nuts. Okay, nuts. We got 6 nuts. And then we can get to the battery. Did you know that there was a battery under your passenger side footwell? It's a sub battery. Remove as indicated in the table. Okay, they're removing the bolt from that. I'm guessing that's the negative side, right? It's first they're telling you to take the positive thing off. Don't know why. Then remove the negative side. Bolt removal. Specific way they want you to pull this bolt out. Bolt installation note. Remove the battery. Subfuse. Remove in order indicated. So now we can disconnect the positive side. 1, 2, and then 3. Pulling the battery out, and then sticking the battery on the charger. Checking it out and seeing if there's a problem with the sub battery. So basically, we're just gonna check this sub battery. It is amazing that all of this problem can be because of a little tiny motorcycle or lawnmower battery that's sitting in your footwell of your passenger side. So let's check that out. Okay, so I printed this thing out. I didn't know that I was gonna print a book. You know how I like to waste paper. So this thing says I need to turn the key on. Main power switched on, ready on, which means started. The thing's gonna start up because the hood's open for 3 seconds or more. Okay, and then we need to start timing it for 5 minutes. It says switch the main power off and wait for 5 minutes before servicing after disconnecting negative lead acid battery terminal. Wait for 1 minute or more. If the time since the main power was switched off in step 5, which is after we started it for 3 seconds, If the time since the main power was switched off in step 5 to the disconnection of the negative lead acid battery terminal exceeds 25 minutes, perform the procedure again. Okay, so I don't understand, does not compute. So I'm going to start it up, make sure that I wait 5 minutes. What is the 5 minutes for? Because I only need to wait 1 minute before I can disconnect the battery. In order to prevent it from falling off, the negative lead acid battery terminal nut cannot be removed after. Okay. Disconnect the lead acid battery terminal within 25 minutes. Okay, so, you know, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to start it for 3 seconds. And it's going to start. If you have one of these PHEVs and you want to start the thing, not just go into ready on mode, just open the hood and it's going to start the vehicle. So that's more than 3 seconds. So I'm going to turn it off. And then what, we're going to wait 1 minute. It's going to take more than a minute to get to the battery. So let's just start taking this battery apart. And then by the time we're done with this, and then we start taking all the trim panels and all that stuff off from underneath the wheel well there, it's going to be, you know, more than 5 minutes. So let's just do that. And we've done this plenty of times before. We got this little terminal, this little connector over here. I'm just going to slip that off. I got a connector or a fastener right here. I'll try and pull this out. That's one fastener. I got another fastener here. I'm going to do it like we normally do. I'm not going to take this entire cowl panel off. Got three fasteners. Set those aside. Pull this thing back. It's got the hose. Well, maybe I can do it now. I'm going to pull this off. Okay, that's a hose for the windshield washer, and that thing stays right there. Lift this up. There's a negative battery terminal right there. So not that big of a deal. Let's see if this will stay right here. I would say that it's probably been a minute. So find the right, use this long extension. Pick this up. 10 millimeter size. Is this 10 millimeter? Who put a 12 millimeter in my 10 millimeter spot? Who does that? Why did they keep moving my tools around? My good organization of tools. Okay, that's, if you can see that, just set it down there. Okay, and then from what I remember, we need to wait 5 minutes. Well, I mean, it's gonna be 5 minutes before we even get to this thing. Scuff plate? Sure. You just grab this thing and pull it up. Grab it from both sides. It has this little hook thing right there. It's got that hook thing right there too. And these hook to this little edge right here. So those are the ones you mainly need to make sure that you get off, because those can break. The other ones you just pull off. They don't even have metal tabs in here anymore. It's all plastic. So, you know, sometimes they break, and that's just the way that it is. I didn't think to move the seat back, although it seemed like it's back enough. Too late to move it now. I got the battery disconnected. What else? I need to pull this seaming welt up. Pull this back. I should be able to just take this off. There should be a clip in there going that direction, I believe. That's usually the way they are. I am going to pull this out and just set it down over there. And let's see, this should pull back. Oh no, there is a fastener. There sure is. Some of them have them, some of them don't. This one has it, and I can't even show it to you because I can't even see it. Stick this up in here. See if I can. Nope. If I can. I don't think you can see that. It's right there. Try and get my screwdriver underneath the center of it. Come on, where is it? I can't even see it. I just gotta kind of feel for it. Right there. Okay. And it came off. I don't know where it went. There it is. Right there. That fastener. Set this aside. Now what? Now what do they want you to do? I want to pull this carpet back, right? But it's underneath this. I don't remember them saying to take this off on the passenger side. They said to take it off on the driver's side. It doesn't make any sense. Why are we taking it off on the driver's side? I'm going to take it off on the passenger side. I think that may have been a typo. That's my guess. That's what I'm going with anyway. So I don't know why the driver's side has anything to do with this. Of course, this would be the driver's side if we were in the UK, right? Pull this carpet back right here. Pull it back here. Will it come back? Does it have a... Yeah, it's very stiff, but the carpet's not attached. Now, you can see this foam in here. How far can I pull this? Like I said, it's very stiff. So I want to try and pull this foam out if I can. How far back can I pull this? There looks like there's a fastener. See that blue thing? That's a fastener right there. There's a fastener right here. This wiring harness is attached right there. So I'm gonna have to get some tools. Pull this fastener out. See if I can get this carpet to roll back more so that it's out of the way. There's a blue fastener right up here. I see a nut right there. There's another nut on the other side. Maybe we don't have to take this off. Let me get some tools. Okay, look back at the instructions. This foam thing, this is kind of a hard foam. This is the foot support. I was expecting plastic. I thought that was the foot support. That's the cover. This is the foot support. I'm gonna see what I can do. They didn't say to remove this from what I remember. Oops. But this has got one of those Christmas tree type clips, fasteners. Set that aside, see if I can pull this out. If I can push this back, it's got this plastic piece in here. This is for checking your VIN. Your VIN number sits underneath that. Come on, how do I get this out of here? I don't want to break this piece of plastic. Well, yeah, maybe that'll work. I just want to bend it back enough. Let's see if we can get it out. I got this fastener right here. This blue one. It's another Christmas tree. clip. What else? There's another one way up here. So my guess is there's another one back here somewhere. Nope, there's not. That's it, just those two. So will this come out now without breaking it? This carpet does not want to move. It is stiff. I mean, really stiff. How can I get this out? Let me see if I can get this carpet out of the way. Okay, I just punched that carpet back. Hopefully this is enough. I would like it to come out in one piece. All right, that's it. Piece of foam, hard foam. What do we got here? And believe me, it's been way longer than 5 minutes. Okay, we got a bunch of 10mm nuts. Start pulling these out. That's 5 of them. There's one in the corner back here. If I can get to that. One way back here. Don't lose them. Pull this cover off. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that's like, I don't know. Look at this. You decide what you think about that. I mean, this is the battery. Look, it's my hand on top of the battery, the sub battery. Okay, so I mean, I thought it was like a motorcycle battery. I mean, it is, I guess, the new standard, a motorcycle battery. I mean, it's like a mini bike battery. It's so small. Seriously? Oh my God. Okay, so we got one bolt right here. They're telling you to take, this is the negative side. If you can see that right there, this is negative. Take this bolt out. Then take this cover off. Then I guess we're gonna remove this bracket. That looks like a 12mm nut right there. 12mm nut right there. That looks like it's 10mm. Let me get some tools. 10mm. No, is it 10mm? It's not even a 10. What is it, an 8? I have an 8mm. Now, I mean, you know, I've never done this before. People like to be mean, say that I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, you know, you don't have to be mean about me not knowing what I'm doing. Just acknowledge that, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So remove this, and that nut's probably gonna want to fall out. I think that's what the main deal was. I mean, if you've ever messed with a motorcycle battery or lawnmower battery or whatever, you know that these nuts, they like to fall out. And so we'll just be careful. I don't know if it's gonna fall out. So I disconnect that, set that aside. And like I said, I've never done this. I've never even seen this before. I've seen it in pictures, and of course the very first thing I thought was, are you kidding me? Come on, Mazda. And I knew that one day I would have to deal with it, but didn't want to. This has a connector right there. Am I supposed to disconnect it so I don't see the harm in it? You know what, I'm gonna check. All right, I'm gonna check, because the way that Mazda is about, you know, do this in this particular order and stuff like that. It could set codes and all that stuff. I don't see this setting any code because the battery's already disconnected. The negative battery terminal's off. This is a 12mm nut. Another 12mm nut back here. Wasn't even that tight, I guess, because I already loosened the first one. And then let me just check, make sure I do the procedure right. Look at that little thing. So let me check and we'll disconnect this. It says, this thing says, remove only the bolt at the lead acid battery sub-terminal. Do not remove the lead acid battery sub-terminal from the connector. Why, I don't know, but this is probably why they say to take this thing off first, so you can turn and see what's going on. What are we doing here? That's another 8mm, which my ratchet wrench isn't gonna fit, so I need to get an 8mm socket. Yeah, an 8mm socket. So I'll be back. I found an 8mm socket. I mean, yeah, I can't find any 8mm sockets. I don't know, that's just weird. I can definitely find a bunch of 10mm sockets, you know, that I've found in vehicles over the years. Why won't this fit? It's too thick. It says be careful. Okay, well, I'm trying. Why do you gotta make it so hard? It's just an 8mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just an 8mm bolt. And it won't go on here because this socket's too thick. Let me find another one, if I can even find one. Okay, I found this. This is a thin wall, 8mm swivel, 1/4" drive, snap-on socket. Oh, look, the thing comes right out. I don't know what happened to my 8mm sockets. Like I said, I found a ton of 10mm sockets. I don't know, people keep losing them in vehicles. I keep finding them. So there it is, the battery. AUXITO. Yep, this is the same brand. This is a battery that used to go in the old, what is the Miata MX-5. I gotta make sure that I don't drop the nuts that are in there. So let's get this out of here. Let's look at this thing. I got this thing sitting over here on the table. It is such a little thing. There is some corrosion right there. Ain't that scary? I mean, come on. So let's look at this. We need to inspect it. That's what they say, inspect it. So we need to basically put it on the charger. And switch, okay. It's saying that measure the value of lead acid battery sub temperature at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That ain't gonna happen. Not here. And it's saying, you know, how much charge time. You know, if it's 12.8 volts or more, you need to charge it for 100 minutes. If it's 12.6 volts or more, charge it for 120 minutes. 12.4 or more, 150 minutes. All the way down to less than 12 volts, we need to charge it for 260 minutes. Connect the charger to lead acid battery sub. Adjust the charge current as follows. Charging current 2 amps. Okay, so I don't think we should have to worry about that because of the charge machine that we have, which is basically Midtronics made for Mazdas. This 6.3 amp hours, 130 cold cranking amps. So let's get this on the charger and let's see what happens. There's actually a little tab that keeps that nut from falling out. So that's That's good, although there is some corrosion right here. So let's get this on the charger. Let's go. So this is, I got this thing sitting over here on top of the stack of batteries that somebody leaves these batteries sitting over here. I don't know why, that's not where they belong. But I got the DCA 8000P hooked up, and I am gonna go into this thing and I'm gonna put, nope, I just clicked the wrong thing. Let's go back. Out of vehicle charge. Is this warranty? I think so. Scan the VIN. Well, wait a second. Did I just click the wrong thing? Let's back out of this. Come on. Log out. No. Out of vehicle charge. Is this warranty? It's warranty. Oh, they want me to scan the thing. I mean, I just said out of warranty or out of vehicle. Okay. Take this scanner, walk over here, see if this even works. Probably not going to work. There is the barcode. Okay, maybe that worked. Let's see. Walk all the way over here. Check it. It's saying VIN prefix not found. Okay, continue. Okay. CCA, what's the CCA? What was it? I don't remember. It was 130 cold cranking amps. 130. Done. We're gonna go amp hour, and it is 6.3. So 6.3. Make sure that says point. It's not taking the point, is it? Okay. It's not taking a point. I'm just going to put 6. Done. Continue. It is saying, I don't know if you can read that, it's saying that there's 10.7 volts in this. So my guess is this thing is going to fail. And then we'll have to replace the battery. And, you know, what do you think? You think we got that in stock? What do you think? You're right. We don't have that in stock. We don't stock that. It's probably on back order. Wouldn't be surprised. So let's let that thing boil on the charger there for a while, and then I'll bring it back and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it passes or what we need to do. It's absolutely ridiculous. This vehicle is now, you know, it's just sitting here. It's tore apart, you know, because of a little tiny battery. I mean, a little battery. So let's see what happens. All right, look at this. So it hasn't been very long at all. Battery, bad cell, short. Battery is shorted. Short to itself, bad cell, whatever. That little thing right there has completely disabled this vehicle right here. So now this vehicle sits disabled. Do we have the battery? I guarantee we don't. It is covered under warranty. It's covered under the basic warranty. So where do you get that battery? What kind of battery is it? Where does it come from? I don't know. Most of the batteries that we get, they come from Interstate. So are they Mazda batteries through Interstate, or do they come from Interstate? I don't know for sure. I do know the Interstate, they relabel batteries. All of our Mazda batteries, they say Mazda, they're Mazda warranty, Mazda guarantees or whatever. Are they Interstate batteries? I don't know. The hybrid battery, lithium ion batteries, from what I understand, come from Panasonic Industries or something like that. I don't know, that's something completely different. This AUXITO battery, I'm pretty sure that we probably get that from Interstate. It'll probably look exactly like that one right there. Interstate is the company that delivers our batteries to us. And so I don't know if they're sent from Mazda. I'm pretty sure you can't stick a battery in the mail and mail it, you know, unless it's has no acid in it or something like that. I don't know. Rules, regulations, you know, policies, procedures, who knows. But anyway, I am gonna order that battery. And I mean, can you stick another battery in its place? You know, I mean, that battery, it looks like you could just go down to Walmart. I mean, you know, go to the lawnmower section, you know, go to, you know, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, whatever. And as long as the cold cranking amps and amp hours and stuff, you know, as long as it's the same battery, I don't see why not. I would not try and stick a regular car battery in its place, you know, temporarily or something like that. You saw what we needed to do to get that thing out, right? Start the vehicle, 3 seconds, turn it off, wait a minute before you do this, then wait 5 minutes before you do that. There's all kinds of procedures and stuff. If you don't follow that, then next thing you know, you're gonna have a, you know, like a Christmas tree light up on your dashboard. The vehicle's not gonna wanna start, or, you know, you can't get it out of park, weird stuff like that. Tons of codes. Who knows? If you don't do it correctly, who knows what Mazda, you know, has, you know, a surprise for you for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get that battery ordered, and whenever it comes in, then we'll put it in, and then we'll recheck the codes. We'll clear everything, recheck the codes, and see if that actually fixes it. If this does, I'm definitely gonna let the parts department know that we need to keep those things in stock. This is, it's ridiculous. Why do we gotta have a little tiny sub battery? You know, why not just make this battery bigger, or just put another battery, or I don't know. It just, why? So I'll see you whenever that battery gets here. It's brand spanking new 2025 Mazda CX-5 turbocharged flavor. Got the twin scroll whistler right there. Look at that. Yep. 5W30. Yep. Oh wait, what am I doing? Hey guys, welcome back to Shop Foreman Garage. Oh wait, y'all didn't go anywhere. It's truth going on and being told. It's been a month, yeah, a month since we ordered the battery for this thing, and the battery came in. So check this out, this crate here. I mean, I guess it's a battery, you know, it says Mazda non-spillable battery, you know. There's a part number right there, if y'all can see that. So oh yeah, and look at this. Yeah, China. Maybe that's why it took a month. So I mean, is there really a battery in here? It's I mean, it says non-spillable, but you know, it does have these arrows pointing, you know, that's up the top. So not too much to do with this thing, except just get this battery in and see what happens, see if it fixes it. Let's get this thing open and see what it looks like. Old battery, new battery. Yeah, that's a pretty big box for this. Hopefully it's the right size. Let's see if I can even get this thing open. I'm just gonna use this pry bar. Come on, get out of there. There. that was easy. This thing wasn't even sitting right side up. It was sitting on its side, inside there, inside this big gigantic plastic bag that's not really sealed with a couple of these things, cardboard pieces. And they made sure that it wasn't gonna open, that's for sure. I mean, come on. Anyway, get this out of here. Throw that in somebody's stall like that. Yeah, that would be nice. Step on that. There it is. Iwasa. 6.3 amp hour, 130 cold cranking amps. I noticed that it doesn't have the nuts in there, so here they are right there. I gotta stick those. It's got bolts too. Bolts and nuts. Positive end. Okay. So, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just stick in a battery and then we're done, right? I think. Let me get these open. Come on. Oh, look at the Ziploc bag. Whatever. Got those square nuts. These have to slip into the terminal end. So how does that go? That's got to go like that. Just slips in there. Hopefully it doesn't come out. Get the other one on the other side. Little 8mm bolts. -1, slide that in there. There it is. So, let's get this in and see what happens. Okay, putting this thing in, let's see, I'm gonna be able to even reach around this. So there's a connector right here on the top of this. They tell you not to take that off. I don't know why. I have no idea. But I'm gonna kind of lean this way so these nuts go towards where I'm putting the bolt. And I can't even see this. There's a 30 amp fuse right there. So y'all can't see this. So there's a 30 amp fuse right there. Putting the bolt into the side. Trying to find it. Where does it go? Come on. Okay. And it's just gonna push that nut back there. And let me see if I can reach my socket. 8mm swivel socket. It's only 8mm I could find. Yeah, I know. You would think it's been a month. Why haven't you bought another 8mm socket? I don't know. I just didn't think about it. I have other 8mm. They just don't fit in here. So the torque on this thing is 33 inch-pounds. That's not very much. So that's like, you know, not even a one dugga. I'm just gonna torque it like this. They say don't over torque this because the ends of this battery right here, like this end right here, it's made of lead, so it's a really soft metal, and you can distort it. Stick that in there, the negative. Stick the negative in place, and just so you know, because it's been a month, I put that old battery back in and drove this vehicle out. There's no sense in it sitting in the stall for a month. And they tell you that whenever you tighten this to hold this down, I mean, it's not like I'm tightening it that much. Just about like that. Make sure it's in place. There is a cover that pops on to this positive side. Now let's see if we can remember how this goes. It's a bracket that holds the battery down. Yeah, I mean it's in there. 10mm bolts. I got a bunch of 10mm bolts sitting around here that why isn't it? Because that's 10mm. That's why it's not supposed to be 10. There's 12. So I got two 12. So I mean, it may have not been very long for you guys, but it's been a month for me. So I got a bunch of bolts in here, bunch of nuts. So there's two 12mm, a bunch of 10s, 12mm. Fits right there. For some reason today, I can't fit a 10mm nut on a 12mm bolt or stud. I don't know why. It's just not working today. So let me get something to tighten that up. Alright. Just a little tight, not too tight. Make sure that it's just not going to move anywhere. Oh, what else? What's next? We have this bracket thing. I think that let's set this in here without scraping everything. 10mm studs all over the place here. That one, oh yeah. Okay, there it goes. 10mm nuts. Oh wait, actually, well, let me stick these back on. I have a feeling that this is gonna work, but yeah, you never know. Oh, I got one way over here too. And then there's one way down here. My light is not, okay. I can't see it. I can feel it. There's a stud there. Is it going on? Is it straight? Let me know. Is it straight? Is it my sideways? What's happening? Okay. So before, oh man, okay. Before I go any further putting that thing on, let's just check this. So we're gonna have to do the song and dance thing. I don't remember it. Yeah, you guys remember. I don't remember some kind of song and dance where you guys have to turn the thing on for a certain amount of time, turn it off for a certain amount of time, turn it on for a certain amount of time, like do that 5, 6, 7 times, something like that. Let me read the book, and I'm probably first, I'm gonna get MDARS hooked up here. I need to get the negative battery terminal plugged in. Let me do that right now. I get the negative battery terminal hooked up, and then I'll hook up MDARs, and then we'll clear any codes that are in it. So just so you know, there's no special, this special song and dance and stuff we did to get this battery disconnected right here, and then that battery disconnected over there. You had to do it within a certain amount of time or some kind of thing like that. There's no nothing saying that you have to put this in a certain order. I mean, you want to get that little battery down there, the sub battery, on first before you connect the negative battery terminal right here, and that's pretty much it. So we got that one hooked up. Let's hook up this one. Let me do that right now. And then we'll get the MDAR system hooked up to it. Clear any codes. I know y'all can't see this. I'm just grabbing the negative battery terminal, sticking it on, tightening it down. Okay, that's in. I'm not going to go any further with it. Look at this. What is this? Is that flaky? I mean, it looks like it might be coolant. This is coolant, FL22. You know what? I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that. I don't know. I don't see it. No. I don't know. It looks fine to me. Okay, so we do have power. I'm gonna get the MDAR system hooked up, and then we'll see what happens. I got all green lights across the board. Scroll this up, down. So I don't have any code set. It says to make sure before you do the song and dance, you know, to make sure that you clear the codes. There's no codes to clear. So this is the way it goes, if you don't remember. So I need to turn the key on with it ready on or ready off. So I'm just gonna hit the start stop button twice to turn the key on. Why did this go away on me? Okay, so sorry about that. And I have my stopwatch right here. So I'm gonna turn it on, 10 seconds on, turn it off, 20 seconds off. Then I need to repeat 5 times. So that first time is the first time, and then I need to repeat 5 more times. So 6 times in a row. Hopefully I don't get this wrong. Last time I messed up, but it doesn't matter because it set the code right away anyway. So the whole idea is you do turn this on, turn it off, you wait a certain amount of time, and if there's a problem with that battery down in there, then it will set that code that it was setting before. I don't even remember what the code was now. So let's go. Make sure this doesn't shut off on me. On 10 seconds, off 20 seconds, and then repeat. On. Okay, I kind of lost count there. I did that like 6 or 7 times. I can't remember. I either did it the right amount or I did it one more time more. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it took me 4 minutes and 5 seconds to do. The vehicle's off right now. So let me turn the key back on. I don't have any, there's There's nothing coming up on the dashboard. So that's a good thing, because before it would just pop right up. So now I'm just gonna hit this recycle button right there, and I'm gonna see if the codes come up. I'm not expecting it to come up, and then, you know, that's gonna be pretty much it. We just need to put everything back together and, you know, make sure everything works fine. Go and drive it, I guess. I don't know what the deal was. So just to let you know, this morning, so there's no codes, absolutely no codes. Green lights across the board, everything's good, we're done, right? So this morning, I pulled this vehicle in, and like I said, it's been sitting a month, you know. So it was pretty dirty. It was sitting out there in the rain and, you know, and whatnot, you know. And so I decided to take it through the car wash, drive it around the block to dry it off, so that, you know, it's not dripping water all over the floor here and everything like that. And I didn't get any lights. I didn't get anything on the dashboard this morning, nothing at all. You know, of course I didn't check the codes before I pulled this old battery back out of there, you know. So I don't know, you know, I disconnected the battery, I took that old battery back out, and then I started the video, and you saw me put the battery in, and there were no codes. There were no codes in it. But we know that this battery's bad because we tested it, you know. So, and it was, you know, barking at us, you know, had a big old thing on the dashboard, you know, it's telling us that there was a hybrid issue. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing back together, and that's going to be pretty much it. I might as well, I guess, you know, I'll show you that, me putting it back together. Pretty much the opposite of taking it apart. Let's just do that. Let's put it back together and, you know, see if I can get the carpet back in the right spot. So let's do that now. So I drove around the block and everything's good. I have no lights coming on the dashboard, no check engine light, no hybrid system malfunction message or anything on the dash. Everything's good. One thing that I did notice is my test drive this morning, before I brought it in with that old battery still in there, the vehicle didn't go into EV mode. It would not go into EV mode at all. It did shut off at the stoplights, but it would not drive in EV mode. It didn't have any message on the dashboard or anything like that. Now that I got the new battery in, and I did not plug it in and charge the hybrid system. I did notice even this morning the hybrid system was charging a little bit just from driving it, and it was charging now. But once I got the new battery in, the thing went into EV mode, drove out of the shop in EV mode. It was going into in and out of EV mode while I was driving it. So I don't know, that might have something to do with it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, when was the last time you checked the battery underneath the floorboard of your vehicle? So another weird thing about it is that battery, that's a lead acid battery. It says that it's sealed, non-spillable, whatever. You know, we know that things can go wrong, stuff can happen, and batteries, they like to vent, right? This thing has no vent on it. No vent at all. It's a little battery, but still, most vehicles that I've ever seen where the battery is in the engine or in the passenger compartment, even in the trunk, there is a vent and there is a hose that hooks to the vent so that if it vents, it can vent out. I had a hybrid, it was a Kia Optima hybrid once where somebody did something, I guess they replaced the battery. The battery's in the trunk in those, on those Optima hybrids, and it's the lead acid service battery. You know, somebody didn't hook the hose up to the vent, and it started having issues. And of course, the customer kept driving it until the thing didn't want to run anymore, and they brought it in. And the first thing I checked was that battery. Pulling back the carpet in the trunk, everything in that trunk was corroded. There was corrosion all over everything. It was so nasty. It was so bad. That vehicle had to go to the body shop. It was bad. It just completely corroded everything in there. Something, I don't remember what it was. There was some kind of issue, and it was doing something, overcharging the battery. You know, those batteries in hybrid systems, most of the time, the service battery or lead acid battery are charged by a DC to DC converter, which converts your hybrid direct current, high voltage to low voltage direct current, and it charges the battery like that. It doesn't have an alternator on it, you know, yeah, there was some kind of problem with that, and it vented. It vented the battery, and you know, the customer was lucky. They never smelt anything, I guess. I don't know, but the entire bottom of that trunk needed to be replaced. It was completely corroded. So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. This one is running good. I need to pull it in and put some windshield washer fluid in it. Now it's telling me it's low on fluid. That is pretty much it. I thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.